Do you remember when Grandma had a specific outfit for Christmas? Not just clothes, but a whole look she'd been planning since September. That quilted robe swooshing down the stairs at dawn, that apron with rickrack trim tied on hours before guests arrived, those slippers with pom-poms padding across cold linoleum. Between the 1960s and 1980s, Christmas wasn't just decorated, it was worn. Today, we're exploring 25 vintage grandma core Christmas looks that defined holiday style for an entire generation. Do you remember when Christmas morning started with Grandma already in that floral house dress? Those cotton beauties from Sears cost just $8.99 back in 1968, about $85 today. Button front with the built-in belt she'd tie while walking to the kitchen, deep pockets already stuffed with her handwritten list, and that little oven timer. You could smell the cinnamon baked right into the fabric even after 3 washes. She'd be up at 5 a.m., pulling on that green dress with the red reindeer, ready for her 14-hour shift of pure love and labor. That dress was her uniform, her armor, protecting the good clothes underneath while she cooked for an army. Today's casual Christmas mornings can't match that dedicated, purposeful ritual. That all-day Christmas dress, worn like a badge of devotion, has vanished completely. Can you still hear that swoosh of nylon when Grandma came down the stairs Christmas morning? Those quilted Vanity Fair robes cost $16.99 in 1970, about $145 today. That powder blue one with the metal snaps, tree lights reflecting off the shiny fabric, her hair still in rollers, pink pom-pom slippers going fluff-fluff on the carpet, that mix of aquanet and percolated coffee filling the air. She'd descend at 6:30, snaps already open at the waist because she'd gained a few holiday pounds. This was her private moment, organizing presents under the tree, starting the oven, checking her list one more time before the chaos began. Today's fleece robes can't match that glossy ceremonial elegance. That swooshing nylon Christmas morning soundtrack has disappeared completely. Remember that apron Grandma tied on 2 hours before guests arrived? Those full-body beauties cost just $3.99 ready-made in 1965, about $35 today, though 81% were homemade from simplicity patterns. That rough rickrack trim under your fingers when you helped her adjust it, the weight of starched cotton protecting her dark green dress underneath. You could hear those wooden buttons clicking against the table when she leaned over to check the turkey. She'd shake it out, inspect the press, then tie that bow behind her back without even looking. Muscle memory from 40 Christmases of battle. Red and white, green and gold, that wooden spoon already tucked in the front pocket. She rotated through 3 or 4 during the day. Prep, guests, cleanup. Today's disposable aprons can't match that protective devotion. That Christmas apron, worn like a warrior's armor, has disappeared completely. Picture Grandma transforming from cook to hostess in 30 seconds flat. Those velour caftans from Saks ran $29.99 to $49.99, about $175 to $290 today. At 5 p.m., guest arriving at 5:30, she'd strip off that dirty apron and rush to the bedroom. That emerald green caftan with gold trim, soft as cat fur against your legs. Revlon's Cherries in the Snow lipstick, big hoop earrings, 1 spray of Youth Dew perfume. She'd glide back to the living room completely transformed, no longer the exhausted cook, but the glamorous hostess welcoming everyone with that radiant smile. The velour was heavy enough to hide her bloated belly from turkey dinner, elegant enough to make her feel like a queen. Today's athleisure can't match that intentional, magical transformation. That hostess caftan ritual, from servant to sovereign in seconds, has vanished completely.
Could you hear the clicking of knitting needles every night from September to December? Grandma would start her Christmas cardigan in early fall, 40 to 60 hours of pure devotion that cost $8 to $12 in wool, about $70 to $105 today. She'd sit in that brown armchair every evening, 7 to 9 p.m., soap opera flickering in the background. Those aluminum needles moving in hypnotic rhythm, fisherman's cable taking shape row by row. By December 15th, it was always finished, stored in tissue paper until the 25th. That slightly scratchy virgin wool against your cheek when you hugged her, the lanolin smell mixed with her white shoulders' perfume. Each stitch was a declaration of love made visible. 6 months of her life woven into red or forest green. Today's mass-produced sweaters can't match that handcrafted devotion. Those lovingly knit Christmas cardigans, 40 hours of pure love, have disappeared completely. Remember when good Christian women wouldn't dream of wearing pants to Christmas dinner? Those pleated skirts from Sears cost $12.99 to $18.99 in 1970, about $115 to $165 today. Until 1975, 45% of women over 50 wore skirts exclusively to Christmas events. You'd hear that swooshing sound of pleated fabric when she walked, feel the cool air circulating between those pressed folds. Green with gold ornaments, red with white holly, always pulled over a white nylon slip. Christmas morning, she'd choose carefully, adjusting that elastic waist with a safety pin because it had stretched from too many Christmases past. White Peter Pan collar blouse, red cardigan on top, classic, proper, dignified. By the second plate of dinner, that elastic would be digging in something fierce. Today's casual leggings can't match that commitment to propriety and generational dignity. That unquestioned skirt-only Christmas rule has disappeared completely.
Those handmade vests from church craft fairs. Remember the sequin trees catching the light? Church gym, November 1979. Grandma trying on vests in front of that cracked mirror. Navy blue velvet with a sequined green Christmas tree. $32. Expensive, but it'll last decades, she said. And it did. That velvet was soft in one direction, rough when you rubbed it backward. Cold, hard sequins under your fingertips, the weight of all that embroidery pulling on her shoulders. She'd wrap it in tissue paper, save it for December 25th and New Year's Eve only. Between 1975 and 1982, sales of these vests jumped 480%. 71% came with sequins or beads. Each one had a story: where she bought it, what year, who she was with. Today's ironic, ugly sweater parties can't match that sincere, genuine pride. Those beloved holiday vests, worn with pure joy, not mockery, have been ridiculed into extinction. That delicate bow she could never tie perfectly, 15 minutes in front of the mirror, remember? Those sheer organza blouses from JCPenney cost $8.99 to $15.99 in 1968, about $80 to $140 today. She'd sit on the edge of the bed at 4:30 p.m., ivory camisole first, then that whisper-thin blouse with the satin ribbon ties. Fabric so light it practically floated, that slippery ribbon between her fingers as she tried again and again. Left side crooked, undo, retry. Her husband would huff, "You look fine," but she'd ignore him, keep working until it was just right. That subtle transparency revealing just the shadow of her camisole underneath, her Chanel No. 5 trapped in those delicate fibers.
5 attempts, sometimes more, all for midnight mass after dinner. Today's casual knit tops can't match that painstaking, devoted elegance. Those meticulously tied organza bows, symbols of effort and grace, have disappeared completely.
That Christmas suit she wore to office parties and church, same one, both events, remember? Those Evan Picone and Pendleton wool plaid sets cost $45 to $85 in 1972, about $390 to $740 today. Christmas Eve, she'd pull out that red and green suit, adjust those shoulder pads just right. That thick wool itching slightly through her pantyhose, the weight of that structured blazer on her shoulders. She'd check the skirt length in the mirror, exactly 2 inches below the knee, always. She'd pin her Christmas tree brooch on the lapel, ready for 6 p.m. Mass. Many women owned only one good suit, expected to last a decade or more. You could smell that distinctive wet wool scent when snow melted on the fabric walking from the car. 28% of working women bought a dual-purpose Christmas suit back then. Today's separates and mix-and-match pieces can't match that serious, reverent investment. That one cherished Christmas suit, worn with such dignity, has vanished completely. Diane von Furstenberg made them famous, but Grandma wore the J.C. Penney version, remember? Those department store wrap dresses cost $24.99 to $39.99, about $125 to $200 today. The originals ran over $75. By 1980, 52% of women between 40 and 60 owned one. That stretchy polyester jersey hugging comfortably, internal and external ties always triple knotted so it wouldn't pop open, red background with white flowers, forest green with gold blooms. Morning of the 26th, sleeping at her daughter's house, she'd wake up on that pull-out sofa and reach into her suitcase half asleep. The wrap dress went on in seconds, tie, adjust, done. Comfortable as pajamas, but presentable enough for family breakfast. It accommodated every pound gained from turkey dinner, no stubborn zippers to fight. Today's rigid fits can't match that forgiving, adaptable grace. Those miracle wrap dresses, fitting every mood and meal, have faded away completely.
That red turtleneck she wore under literally every outfit for 3 months straight, you remember? Those thin knit base layers from Sears cost $5.99 to $12.99 in 1975, about $52 to $113 today. Cold December morning, heater rattling, but the house still freezing. She'd pull that turtleneck over her head first, fix her hair after. Static electricity making it stand straight up, crackling in the dry winter air. Then the green velvet jumper on top. The average woman over 50 owned 4 to 6 turtlenecks in her closet. Red, forest green, white, black. That high collar squeezing your neck slightly, suffocating at first, then you'd forget it was even there. It provided warmth during those marathon cooking sessions, and modesty too, covering the chest that sleeveless jumpers would reveal. One piece that multiplied her entire wardrobe. Today's layering camis can't match that essential, versatile practicality. That turtleneck under everything strategy has vanished completely. That special velvet box in her dresser, 14 Christmas brooches, one for each day of Advent, remember? She'd open it December 1st and choose carefully each morning. Christmas brooches made up 40% of all jewelry sales in December back then. Brooches cost $3 to $15, about $26 to $130 today. December 25th, she'd pin on the big one, that wreath with red ribbon and tiny bells that tinkled. Ting, 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 every time she moved, a walking Christmas decoration. That satisfying click when the pin closed, cold metal against her chest, rhinestones catching the tree lights, the weight pulling her green cardigan slightly to one side. Each brooch carried a story, anniversary gift, special purchase, her mother's inheritance. 76% of women over 55 collected them. Today's minimalist accessories can't match that treasured tradition. Those cherished Bruce collections, decades pinned to cardigans, have disappeared completely.
When did Grandma stop being the cook and become the movie star? Those floor-length hostess gowns from Sears Special Occasion cost $39.99 to $89.99 in 1976, about $230 to $520 today. Christmas Eve, 5:30 p.m., guests arriving at 7? She'd switch from that stained house dress to emerald green velvet in her bedroom. That side zipper had to suck in her stomach hard. Heavy velvet brushing the carpeted floor, taffeta lining going swiss, swiss with every step. Revlon's fire and ice lipstick, pearl earrings clipped on, long sleeves hiding her arms, modesty and elegance in one. She'd returned to the kitchen for final touches, but now she looked like she belonged in a magazine, not behind a stove. 31% of women who hosted invested in one of these gowns. Today's casual hosting clothes can't match that Cinderella transformation. That magical hostess gown ritual, from invisible servant to radiant queen, has vanished completely. "6 hours at the mall, everything she needed stuffed in those deep pockets, you remember? Wide wale corduroy jumpers cost $16.99 to $26.99 in 1975, about $98 to $156 today. December Saturday, 1978, crowded mall, Christmas shopping marathon. That burgundy jumper over white turtleneck, brown Oxford shoes, corduroy making that vrrr sound when she walked, thighs rubbing the thick fabric together. Those pockets held everything: shopping list, wallet, car keys, roll of lifesavers, velvet texture in one direction, rough in the other. Sales jumped 310% during holiday season. These were wardrobe workhorses. Church, shopping, cooking, she had 2 or 3 colors to rotate. Today's flimsy fast fashion can't match that dependable durability. That trusty corduroy jumper, survived anything, has disappeared completely.
"15 minutes to tie a $4 scarf. Never perfect, always crooked, remember? Those silk or polyester neck scarves cost $2.99 to $8.99 in 1970, about $26 to $78 today. Scarf sales jumped 520% every December. She'd stand in front of that mirror, fold diagonal, place on neck, cross the ends, make the bow. Left side always bigger. Undo. Try again. Your grandpa would sigh, "You look fine." She'd ignore him completely. That cold, slippery silk between her fingers, the impossibility of that perfect knot. It would tighten during the day, need adjusting by afternoon. You could smell her concentrated perfume right where the fabric touched her skin. She collected them over years, stored them in a special drawer, ironed each one before wearing. Today's effortless accessories can't match that painstaking dedication. That neck scarf ritual, never quite right, has disappeared completely. Before ugly Christmas sweater parties ruined everything, these were genuinely beautiful, remember? Hand-knit sweater vests took 20 to 30 hours of work. Store-bought ones cost $18 to $32 in 1975, about $157 to $280 today. First week of December, she'd climb to the attic, open that cedar chest, layers of tissue paper. There it was, red vest with white snowflakes. She'd made it herself back in 1968. That mothball smell when she first pulled it out. Hand-knit had those charming irregularities, not perfect like machine-made. Wool itching slightly through her blouse. She'd air it for 2 days, hand wash it gently, dry it flat. 69% of women over 50 owned at least one. These were symbols of skill, love materialized in every stitch, passed down as heirlooms. Today's effortless accessories can't match that painstaking dedication. Those pre-ironic, truly beloved Christmas sweaters have vanished forever. Those slippery pearl buttons, impossible to fasten in a hurry, remember? Satin finish polyester blouses cost $14.99 to $24.99 in 1975, about $87 to $145 today. 47% of women over 45 owned a dressy blouse for holidays. Christmas dinner at her mother-in-law's, 1979, that wine-colored blouse with those 18mm pearlized buttons, she'd button carefully, leave the top one open, too tight around her neck. Cold satin against her skin when dressing, that soft sheen reflecting the lights. Those buttons were so slippery, her fingers kept sliding off in her rush. Static electricity made it stick to her polyester skirt, zzz sound every time she separated the fabrics. Tucked it into her black skirt, pinned on a brooch, hand-washed always, dried on hangers. Today's machine-washable tops can't match that working-class elegance. Those affordable satin blouses, dressy dreams within reach, have vanished completely. Christmas 1981. First time wearing pants to dinner. Her daughters had been pushing for years, remember? Those pull-on pants cost $16.99 to $27.99 in 1978, about $98 to $162 today. Between 1975 and 1985, 58% of women over 55 made the switch from skirts to pants. She finally gave in. Navy with tiny red holly printed all over. That comfortable elastic waist, no button cutting into her belly after turkey dinner. She could sit, stand, cook, no modesty worries like with skirts. Polyester didn't wrinkle, that soft swooshing sound when she walked. Freedom of movement she'd never had before. Converted instantly. Never wore skirts to family events again. This was the comfort revolution. Older women finally choosing themselves without social shame. Today's athleisure inherited that freedom, but lost the festive joy. Those revolutionary printed Christmas pants, liberation incarnate, have vanished completely.
That elastic neckline that never stayed put, always sliding off one shoulder, remember? Peasant blouses cost $9.99 to $16.99 in 1972, about $87 to $148 today. Simplicity pattern number 8369 sold 2.3 million copies. Christmas afternoon 1973, she'd already changed 3 times. Too hot in the kitchen. White peasant blouse with red embroidery. That elastic had lost its grip, kept slipping down. She used a safety pin to hold it. Those balloon sleeves on her arms, charming but warm. Soft, breathable cotton against overheated skin. That snap sound when she adjusted the elastic at her cuffs. Puffy sleeves kept her arms covered but allowed airflow underneath. Perfect compromise between modesty and comfort. A rare thing, feminine and practical. Today's stretchy tops prioritize one or the other, never both. Those breezy peasant blouses, graceful comfort in one, have disappeared completely. Grandma ahead of the curve. Puffy vests before they were everywhere, remember? Those quilted down vests cost $22 to $38 in 1979, about $128 to $220 today. December mall run for last-minute shopping. Red turtleneck, green quilted vest layered on top. That nylon going swoosh, swoosh every time she moved her arms. Perfect pockets for car keys and her crumpled shopping list. Cold zipper under her fingers, that distinctive shwip-shwip sound of nylon rubbing together. New nylon had that chemical smell, sharp and unmistakable. She walked the mall for hours, vest maintaining perfect temperature. Warm without the bulk of a heavy coat. 41% of women over 50 bought these between 1976 and 1982. Athleisure before the word even existed. Today's puffy vests still exist, but they lost their Christmas spirit. Those festive quilted vests, practical innovation meets holiday joy, have disappeared completely.
$3 magic trick. Boring black dress becomes church appropriate, remember? Those detachable lace collars cost $1.99 to $4.99 in 1965, about $17 to $43 today. 72% of women over 50 owned 3 or more interchangeable collars. Sunday in Advent 1966, plain black dress, too boring for church. She opened that drawer, chose the lace collar with the floral pattern. 3 snaps at the nape, 1 on each shoulder. That slightly scratchy lace against her neck, cold metal snaps between her fingers. You could smell the starch embedded deep in those delicate fibers. Adjusted it in the mirror, instant transformation. Boring dress, suddenly church-worthy. $3 magic. They were easy to wash separately, lasted for years. Creative economy, one piece that multiplied her entire wardrobe. Today's disposable fast fashion can't match that resourceful thriftiness. Those clever detachable collars, elegant problem solving, have disappeared completely. That $36 splurge in 1970, the most expensive thing she'd bought herself in years, remember? Cardigans with fur collars ran $24.99 to $39.99 for fake fur, about $217 to $348 today. Real fur trim cost even more. Christmas 1970, she gave herself that gift, beige cardigan with white fur collar. Stood at the register counting out bills, hands shaking slightly. Worth it, she decided. Wore it December 25th, felt like Doris Day. That incredible softness against her neck and chin, tickling sensation every time she moved. Your mom and aunts would reach up. So soft, Mom. White fur hairs everywhere, on her dress, the couch, stuck to everything. She wore it faithfully for 12 Christmases until the fur started balding, patches showing through. 34% of women over 55 splurged on one. Affordable luxury for working-class women who'd never own a fur coat. Today's synthetic everything can't match that precious indulgence. Those cherished fur-trimmed cardigans, small dreams made real, have vanished completely.
That Christmas photo. Forced smile because the belt was cutting her in half, remember? Those A-line dresses cost $18.99 to $32.99 in 1974, about $165 to $287 today. 67% came with matching belts. Family lined up by the tree for the Polaroid. Dark green A-line, white belt cinched tight to define her waist. She smiled through the discomfort, belt digging in after 3 plates of turkey dinner. That side zipper always jamming halfway up, had to jiggle it just right. Belt buckle banging against the chair every time she sat down. Polyester didn't breathe, made her sweat after hours of wearing it. But she looked proper, put together. The belt created that illusion of a waist even as her body changed with age. Expected to last a decade or more, these were investments. Today's forgiving fabrics can't match that determined effort. That proper A-line dress, maintaining appearances no matter the cost, has disappeared completely. Every Christmas, someone gave her slippers. Every single year, remember? Those festive house slippers cost $4.99 to $9.99 in 1975, about $43 to $87 today. 72% of women over 50 received slippers every Christmas from someone. Christmas morning, 6 a.m., she'd descend the stairs still in her nightgown, reached beside the bed for the new ones from yesterday, pink with white pom-pom bouncing on top. Instant softness on those tired feet, that muffled fluff, fluff, fluff sound padding across the carpet to start the coffee.
pom-poms bobbing cheerfully with each step, the only moment of visual lightness before the marathon cooking day began. Velour, terry cloth, fake fur, warmth on cold linoleum mornings. Each pair carried a memory: who gave it, which year, how long it lasted before falling apart. Today's cheap throwaway slippers can't match that meaningful ritual. Those cherished annual slippers, practical love wrapped around tired feet, have lost their precious meaning completely.
Revolutionary. Comfortable as pajamas, presentable enough for guests. Remember, those long floral duster coats cost $14.99 to $24.99 in 1978, about $87 to $145 today. 38% of women over 55 owned one for around the house. Morning of the 26th, house full of overnight family. She woke up and pulled that floral green duster right over her nightgown. Snap closures down the front, bold flowers everywhere. That lightness floating around her legs when she walked to start the coffee. Perfect middle ground. Comfortable enough to sleep in, presentable enough if her father-in-law wandered into the kitchen. Cultural revolution in one garment. Women finally prioritizing their own comfort over rigid social expectations, even with guests present. Mid-calf length swishing softly, snaps just right, not too tight, not too loose. Today's athleisure borrowed the concept but lost the feminine grace. Those liberating duster coats, quiet rebellion wrapped in flowers, have disappeared entirely.